r/AskReddit by Redmond ETS. What's the dumbest thing you've ever heard someone say? You shouldn't wear a seatbelt because, in the event of a crash, it's safer to be thrown from the vehicle. This is typically due to the statistic that injuries in car accidents increased after implementing seatbelts. The increased injury was due to people being injured instead of dying. So technically correct, but in reality not. My mother, a Missourian, who was in New York. Mom, how do you get to such and such place? Me, I dunno mom, just Google it. Mom, stunned. Does Google work outside of Missouri? My sister, as an adult, once said to me, "Hey, we all had a birthday this year." We were at a pub quiz and the question was, what is the name of the brightest star in the sky? And the answer on the quizmaster sheet was Sirius, and we had put the sun because night sky wasn't specified. The quizmaster then said, "No, because the sun, like the moon, is a planet and doesn't count." And then just moved on. I'm no astrophysicist, but I know that ain't right. The rest of the quiz was a bit of a joke to us after that. Whilst tattooing them. Is that blood? Yes. Is it my blood? What is the correct spelling? Iran or Iraq? Ex-girlfriend thought north was whatever way she was facing. The dumbest thing came from my mouth. I was walking down a beach and saw a guy fishing. He showed me a hammerhead shark he caught. I said, "Where did you get that?" The fisherman pointed at the sea and said angrily, "There." I then realized I'm an idiot and walked away with my head down. You can only get COVID-19 if you get bitten by someone who had it. That is hilarious. I'm gonna start saying this at work. I work in a hospital. Was wearing a hoodie that said Paris, France, and this like 17-year-old walked up to me and said, "Why does your hoodie say Paris, France if Paris is in Italy?" Same kid argued with a teacher that a yard was 4 feet long instead of 3 because he played football. They asked seriously, "Why don't Italians speak like they think?" Huh. What do you mean? When I think something, I just say it. When Italians think something, they translate it to Italian and then say it. Edit to clarify, they were a young adult, 20-ish, not a kid. Why don't they just build a bridge to Hawaii? Because it looks so close on a map of the USA. You shouldn't be too sad your kid died. Don't you have one left? This is more common than you think. Or, you're young, you can have more. Source, mortician who specialized in infant and child death. I've heard about this one. So heartless. If I could find a country that didn't let immigrants in, I'd move there. You age like the reverse Benjamin Button. So a human, you goddamn idiot. I almost became autistic due to vaccines. After the Virginia earthquake of 2011, a neighbor said it couldn't have been an earthquake because the weather was so nice. Your uterus can grow back, and you can still get pregnant after a hysterectomy. Someone in my school didn't know the Panama Canal was in Panama. Depression is a choice. My pastor told me, "Have you tried praying it away?" Excuse me? It's a mental illness. Or that it goes away with vitamins. A grown woman asked me what 9 times 10 was. Can you name all 52 states? Guam and Puerto Rico patent pending lol. I heard a guy ask how Jesus could have been crucified and risen from the dead in April when he was just born in December. I grew up in Hawaii. When I moved to California, multiple people asked me how I learned to speak English so well. My ex brought home a kitten, and she was feeding it little bits of dry food at a time. Then the cat stopped eating and my ex was confused by this. So I asked her if she had given it any water, and she said, "Oh, I didn't think cats needed water." My maternity community nurse told me not to drink Coke as it would make my breast milk fizzy. My daughter had colic so had trouble with wind, but what a silly thing to say. The cherry on top was I had water, my husband was drinking Coke. Frecking imbecile. So many dumb old wives' tales about breastfeeding. Don't stand too close to the stove or your breast milk will curdle. Don't sunbathe because the heat will turn your milk sour. Your white truck is racist. It means you support white supremacy, because only white supremacists buy white trucks. I've been told I am racist because I have blonde hair and blue eyes. It's like, let me change my DNA real quick. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.